Welcome to globalsainz. From Rhode Island, we'll be speaking with Denise Martel, caring, passionate middle school science teacher. She'll share her views and insights regarding the difficulties of teaching students during a pandemic. Denise, welcome to globalsainz.
Thanks, Bruce. Nice to be here.
Thank you. You live in the state of Rhode Island. It doesn't seem that the coronavirus situation in Rhode Island was handled well, as the number of deaths are relatively high. Why do you think that Rhode Island was so unsuccessful in managing the virus?
I'm not sure what our death rate is, but our infection rate's over 6%, which is serious. It's quite high, and it's been there for a while now. We were doing better comparatively until maybe September, when rates started to really climb. I don't know whether that was because of the weather and people moving inside. Schools started back up, college students returned, but we've been sustaining over 6% infection rate, which is concerning. Our hospitals are beginning to be strained. And as of November 30th, we'll be starting a 2-week period of greater restrictions in the state.
Now, this year is an especially difficult year for both students and teachers. Can you tell our viewers about the pros and cons of online teaching?
Well, I guess the main pro point would be that we were able to continue education, whereas without it, there really wasn't any option, and there would have been no education, no school for the kids. Other than that, initially I thought maybe it would be terrific, but it really wasn't that terrific. There's a huge learning curve, even if you're comfortable with technology, which some teachers are not, and they had a really hard time of it. But a huge learning curve because it's totally different. It's difficult to engage the kids. You can't really have the same kind of conversations and contact. You have distractions that the kids have at home. We had a lot of kids that were babysitting their siblings. So all of this, the students had technical issues that we couldn't solve for them. And we had some poor attendance. So a lot of cons and not many pros.
Now, how are the school authorities carrying out virus prevention measures for the safety of students and teachers? Are the students and teachers following the prevention measures?
Well, I think it's very different at the public schools than it is at the, say, the Catholic schools. The public schools are putting in a lot of HEPA filters and ventilation, where we don't have the funding for that. So we're relying on open windows, box fans, germicidal spray at night. The kids are we're all wearing masks all day and using sanitizers. The kids have been really terrific about it, I have to say. I don't know how that would work out. And so have the teachers, but I do see a little fatigue coming into the whole situation where the kids are tired of maintaining 6 feet space between each other as they move around. But all in all, they're doing a great job with it.
Now, can you tell us about Rhode Island's economic situation?
Well, it's usually pretty dismal. We're usually lag behind most of the other New England states. Our nearest neighbor is Massachusetts, and they outperform us. I mean, we're much smaller, but we're a one-party state, so there isn't a lot of back and forth about policies, and we have a reputation of being unfriendly to business, and I think that's hurt us. We do have some large corporations. We have Amgen, CVS, some others, but we're not known to be business friendly. We have high taxes. We have very poor infrastructure, and I think that's the problem, basically.
Now, Denise, finally, can you recommend any stocks to our investors today?
Well, seeing that we're going to have a Biden administration, I guess green energy stocks would probably be of interest. I don't know, that might be a little less so if Republicans keep control of the Senate, so kind of have to see, but probably they would be a good pick either way. Maybe Sonora, maybe SunPower Corp, Enphase Energy, green energy companies like that. Maybe also infrastructure. I think it doesn't really matter which parties in power we need to work on our infrastructure. So maybe companies like Jacobs Engineering Group and Mass Tech. Maybe in Korea, I don't know, maybe your biotech companies like Samsung, Biologics, Celltrion, and thinking of the green emphasis, maybe Hyundai, where Hyundai Motors have invested in Tesla, and I guess they're looking to invest in Boston or purchase Boston Dynamics, one of my favorites. I often show their videos to my students, especially my robotics club.
I see. Denise Martel, it was wonderful to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you. Denise expects that under the upcoming Biden administration, alternative energy stocks like Sunnova Energy, Sunflower, and Enphase Energy will benefit. And as also Biden may also focus on large infrastructure projects, she likes companies like Jacobs Engineering Group and Mastech. For Korean stocks, she likes Samsung Biologics and Celltrion, and she also likes Hyundai Motors because Hyundai Motors has been investing in innovative companies for the past several years, which may lead to more profitability. Thank you for being with us this week. I look forward to seeing everyone next week. Until then, please be safe and healthy.